This episode of Pop Roast is sponsored by BetterHelp. It doesn't matter who you are or what you have, life can be pretty damn hard. And without a healthy mind, it's even harder. Check out online therapy with betterhelp.com/roast and be on your way to a little more ease.
And speaking of ease, let's talk about Yeez. Kanye West is officially changing his name to Yee.
It's Ye.
Yay.
Yeah, Ye.
Yay! You're an idiot.
He is.
I mean, he is just doing things for attention at this point. I'm glad he's gotten away from the foolishness of politics, but he's recreating his childhood home in his stadium. This is what happens when rich people get bored. He just ain't got nothing to do. Like, them Yeezys really sell. They do look comfortable. Those shoes do look comfortable. I've never tried them on, but they look comfortable. They never have them in my size. But he is just bored. He's got so much money. He got on Kim's nerves, so she left his butt, even though she's still popping up at events for him. I guess they got kids, so United Front and whatnot. But somebody needs to give him something to do. Maybe he needs to take like underwater basket weaving or something to keep his hands busy.
Well, not only is he an idiot, but he's also a scammer. So, he's been doing those Donda album listenings. He's on his third one. Like, the album's supposed to then come out. So he keeps doing these little minor tweaks, but he's charging people to come fill up the stadium. So he's making like a couple, I want to say almost at 1 million now, just from his fans just coming to see him like play the album for them. He's not even performing it. He's just pushing play.
We are working too hard for the money.
Right.
If he's getting $1 million a night to just push play, look, I can push play, stop, record, and even twirl around a little bit for $250,000.
That's like us, like if we have a show and we set up couches or whatever, and we just play an old episode. And we just comment on it like, oh, look at us. So you remember that time we did this?
Remember when I was making fun of Meghan McCain and then the bench broke?
The bench? No, you talked about her dad, John McCain, didn't you?
Well, he was a racist. A thing is a thing. You can be dead and be a racist. We're dualistic people. I'm not perfect either. But I said something and the bench broke.
Right. I actually have a clip of that, too. It's on my Instagram, y'all. Y'all can follow me on CIGGI1. It's on there where the bench broke from underneath us. Oh, that was so long ago. Oh, my God.
Wow. Yeah, pre-panty.
Pre-panty. Well, this is a perfect segue, too, from Kanye changing his name to Kim keeping the name that she got. So Kim reportedly has no plans to revert back to her maiden name, even if a divorce from Ye is finalized. So a close source says that she wants to keep the last name West, and mostly because it's the same name of her children.
I could see that. That kind of makes sense. But I mean, they're both pretty famous. So whether they're Kardashians, right, whether they're West, they're still richer than I'll ever hope to be.
It's not like a Tina Turner situation where she's going back to Anna Mae. That's her state. Like, everyone knows Tina Turner. So I'm like, everyone knows Kim Kardashian already. You're a glorified hoe that made it.
Because of your mama.
Right. Speaking of glorified hoes, Joseline has been in the news for being ignorant.
What else? What else, right?
Could
Joseline be in the news for? Certainly not speaking anything understandable. Certainly not putting out good music. Certainly not getting married. So what is she in the news for? What has she done ignorant?
So it's her commentary, because she loves to comment, I think, on the Shade Room, or I think she made a tweet about it. But this all goes back to Boosie. Lil Boosie, the homophobe who always have something to say about gay men living their lives.
I've never seen anyone more concerned about Boosie than Boosie. I mean, one, you need to worry about the discoloration around your eyes that makes you look like a raccoon. That's what you need to worry about. You need to worry about the fact that you're turning into Trick Daddy, and that means you're dying at a rapid pace. You need to be in somebody's hospital worried about how you're going to afford your next dosage of insulin, because you're also online begging for insulin. So when you get your medical stuff together, then you can come talk about my sissy. Until such time, until you look like a living, breathing human and not a walking corpse, I'm going to need you to keep your trap shut.
Well, if an anal wart was a person, it would be Lil Boosie. I'm just over these radio stations giving toxic artists a platform. So he said, you know, of course it's about Lil Nas X and the Industry Baby video, which I forgot about. I don't even care about it. But he's like, he's pushing an agenda, and he's like, I just be feeling like sometimes I gotta speak up, because as far as straight people in the world, you don't have an opinion. If you say anything, I'm straight, I like women, it's vulgar. You can't brag on really smashing or your sexuality anymore.
What music are you listening to? It's all about straight people talk about the sex that they have. We're not bothered by it. We don't care. Y'all live your heterosexual lives. We aren't, is there anything called straight bashing? Are straight people just killed for being heterosexual? Are straight people egged walking down the street? Are straight people denied services for their weddings? No.
It's like white men complain about being marginalized.
And we're not complaining. We're just trying to live our lives and mind our business and just be able to have the same rights as everybody else. That's all we want. Y'all have your boring parties with your tacky decorations.
So this is where Joseline comes in, because she basically agreed with his statements. She said, Boosie is right. And that's why Bonnie, her daughter, don't have a TV. SMH, push whatever you want, but minds won't be brainwashed. Of all people.
Now, and Joseline, you're a known and documented bisexual.
Exactly.
So, and a proud hoe. So when Bonnie Bella grows up and realizes exactly what you are, and you're not a who, dear, you're a what? I mean, you're right. Your daughter doesn't need a TV. She's got the hoe right in front of her. The lesbonic hoe right in front of her.
Yes, so she was met with that criticism.
And you've got that rat of a baby daddy, Stevie J. Really? You want to open your mouth. You ate Mimi's pussy, but you want to open your mouth about Lil Nas X and his videos. Okay, heifer. You want to talk about the agenda pushing. You were pushing that agenda before we knew what a Nas X was. He was still in high school, but you was on Love and Hip Hop talking about eating Mimi Cootie Cat.
Your Cootie Cat. So she said, she doubled down once people were saying that, like, girl, you bi. So she said, y'all reaching. I also myself like a little licky, but I'm not the 1, 2, or 3 to expose children to the extreme of showcasing something that should not be taught to our children at such a young age. When the age is right, you tell the kids this is what it is.
Also, why are people saying that Lil Nas is targeting the kids? He is not doing Kids Bop nursery rhymes or on anybody's Nickelodeon. Like, what are you talking about? And also, what is the difference between the Lil Nas X video and the WAP video? It's a whole bunch of naked bodies gyrating.
Exactly. Like, I just don't understand. Why Joseline? Why does she feel she had the comment on this? You know, like, of all people, like that show that she has, like, really, she's butt naked going into the water saying the dicks is hard and the pussies is wet. Girl, I'm not sure you worried about your baby, but your baby was doomed from birth with parents like hers. I'm sorry. And speaking of children that were doomed from the start, I know you watch Love and Hip Hop, so I heard that this scene with Young Jock and his son went viral. And he threw a chair at first, and then he swung on his own son.
He swung on his 20-year-old son. And it was the classic Love and Hip Hop blackout right before you get to the pow. I wish they had shown it. I always wish they showed the fight. I heard that there was a clip going around of the unedited footage where Jack really got in that butt.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, why did they edit it out? Like, if Housewives can leave in Candace's ass whooping, how we can't see young Jock, I'm guessing, go at his own son that was 20 years old. It's not like he's a minor.
Exactly. He's grown and stupid enough to be hanging around this guy that apparently caused a shootout and caused Jock to lose one of his clubs.
I was just looking, I was like, wow. At first I thought he threw the chair at his son, but he just threw the chair just in anger. But he actually like posted up on his own son.
I mean, the son is an idiot. The son is an absolute idiot. Like, he's a kid that makes you want to hit him.
Wow. Well, okay then.
He is. He's that, like, you're going to get yourself killed kind of kid.
Oh, I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, he's really playing around with the wrong people. I could understand the frustration.
Okay.
I mean, literally, it's like you don't want to have to get that phone call. It's like, oh God, now I've got to go to the hospital because you got shot. Because you're hanging around with people that cause shootouts. Now, I could see, maybe you know somebody with a gun or whatnot. That's one thing. But when you literally are friends with somebody causing shootouts, causing your father to lose their club, and you still want to hang out with them, yeah, that's a special kind of stupid.
Well, you update me on the progress of the show since you're reviewing all of it.
Sadly, they've added some new characters to try to give us a little more hip hop, and they're nice, they're cute, they're not as skeezy as a Kirk or Rashida. I like that these new girls, they're much more about their business and a lot less about the skis, like a Carly Red.
Okay.
And I think Carly Red and her daughter were sharing Lamar Lurch Odom.
So Wendy Williams, your favorite, has a new man. And she posted him on her profile. And I'm happy because Wendy Williams needs love. I mean, this man looks like, a little, what can I say? He looks...
worn.
He looks worn, like a old leather shoe.
Yeah, I saw him and I was like, ooh, that's City Miles right there.
She could have posted a flattering picture, but Wendy Williams doesn't know the meaning of flattery.
She really doesn't.
Right.
She was just, they leave her so quickly. She was just like, let me hurry up and get this picture before you, get out of the car.
Right. I mean, she just always looks so disheveled.
Cocaine will do that.
Well,
hey, she's admitted it. She's admitted it. I'm just going off of her words, off of what she said out of her mouth.
Okay, Giselle, you're just repeating it. All right, I got you.
You said it. I'm just repeating it.
Should we talk about, speaking of the ladies of Potomac, I mean, did you see last Sunday how Wendy got in that ass? Oh, I'm sorry, Wendy got in that ass.
Because Wynn had time today.
Wow.
I mean, Giselle lacks Bryant. Giselle lacks empathy. Oh,
Giselle lacks a man.
I mean, she said what you are going through right now is God paying you back for who you are. I mean, that was an epic read, a thorough read. I was like, no, this is why you got hired. This is why you're a political commentator. That was a commentator read. I mean, she gathered her up in a tight little ball and threw her away. and Giselle, when you hit her with the truth, she can never come back with anything because she doesn't have anything except an unfinished barn and daughters who can't stand her.
Well, yeah, like outside of her confessionals in person, Giselle, she don't have any reads. It's just her mouth that just keeps getting her in trouble. And Wendy was like, fuck these cameras. Like she broke the fourth wall and everything. Don't mess with my man because I'm going to be the one to bring it to you. Like do not mess with her man like Candy.
And I respect it because you could have come to me if you were so concerned about me and these rumors. You could have come to me direct. She was mad at Ashley for even bringing her the bull. And I'm kind of in agreement with her. You know what, Ashley? You could have said, Giselle, I'm going to let you bring it since this is your story. I'm not going to say nothing to her. And the way she got Ashley together, and thank you for taking time out to try and destroy my marriage.
Do you think Ashley deserved that crossfire?
Yes, she did. She got in the way. That is, I would have told Giselle, you take that to her. You're so concerned. You're the one with all this concern.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I was Ashley, I just would have said, you know, Wendy, I just want to be honest. Giselle is very concerned. So concerned she brought something up to me. So I don't know why she hasn't brought it up to you. But in front of everybody, I just would have blown her out of the water.
Right. Ashley is the one who volunteered to tell her. And then Giselle was like, yeah, you can do it. You can do it. Like, it's just so chicken shit of her. And she just loves to do that. If Wendy was important to her, your soror sister, like you would have told her one-on-one, maybe off camera, but she knew what she was doing. And then she just sipping her drink like, why are you looking at me? What?
Because you're the one telling everybody, and you brought it to everybody in the group before you brought it to me. And you couldn't even bring it to me. You had to get Ashley to do your dirty work.
When he was like, was it you? Was it you? Like, I want to know who said it.
Candace was like, I don't know nothing about no Eddie. I'm pulling my... Candace was like, oh, no, I'm about to get my ass whooped again.
Candace really had some PTSD from that ass whooping.
Candace said, oh, I know that look. Pulling my nose out that business.
But what I will say is, Wendy, you know how Monique feels now because words are triggering, you know? You see how Wendy was ready to throw hands.
Especially when you come at somebody's marriage for a plot line. You aren't doing this out of concern. You're doing this so you can keep your check and stay on the show. And you think you're going to make a mockery of my union? The thing is, I wouldn't have given her the breath that Wendy did. I just would have knocked your fucking head off. Talk about my husband if you want to. That'll be the last thing you say.
Now, the difference between Monique and Wendy, I will say, is Wendy at least had the right target. Like, she came to the source. Monique, she didn't go to the source. That should have been
Monique should have gone to Giselle.
Right.
But it was also interesting that they went on and aired this, but with Monique, there was so much that wasn't aired. So I feel like we get a much fuller story this time than with Monique, where it was like, oh, all of these rumors were going around after the fact. But we know that these heifers will get together off camera and say, what rumors are we going to spread? And they'll go through the blogs. And I was going to say, if you're going to get a rumor from a blog, you need a more reputable one than the one that rumor came from.
Do you think it was right for Candace to be mad at Ashley for bringing it up? Because Candace did the same thing last season. And even though she had actual receipts and it wasn't like hearsay, she still did it at Monique's gathering. And Monique was mad at her for doing that.
I think that Candace will use any excuse to be mad at Ashley, and Ashley was already packed up and ready to go. Get your milk and get the fuck out. She just wanted to tell her to get on. That's all. She just wanted an excuse to be mad at Ashley. She's always low-key mad at Ashley. She's mad at the world. She's mad at her mama. That's who she really mad at. So once she fixed her anger issues with her mama, then maybe she could treat other people like people. But she can't do that. And until then, she will remain the petulant child she is.
Yeah, it looks like she's trying, like, along with Wendy, to revamp her image on the show. But I don't think it's working because I just think she's boring, her storyline. I'm sure she's a nice person outside of the show, but from what I'm seeing, her mom is more interesting. And I think that she's still embarrassed from getting her ass whipped last season. I don't think she should be that embarrassed because her wig didn't come off. Now that would be embarrassing if her wig came off, but I don't know. She just seemed like a hater sometimes. And then like talking about everybody in the confessional, even though it is kind of funny. I will say that, with your big old feet. That was funny, I gotta admit. But still, I don't know. I just don't like Candace this season. I like Ascala more because she can actually dress. Oh, Alaska. I am dying when you call her Alaska.
I was wondering who you were talking to. I was like, Escada? Are we wearing Escada again? I used to wear their perfume.
A scale. A scale.
Alaska, baked Alaska. I think I'll make that for you when you get here.
The mid-season trailer came out, I think 2 days ago.
For Potomac?
Yes, the mid-season trailer.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, when you get a chance, but it looks really good. The husbands are more so the focal point. We see Karen's her vow renewal ceremony.
God,
And then the salad throw between Mia and Candace. We get another angle of it.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. I agree with you that Candace is trying to revamp. I feel like this is just Wendy's second season, so she's, coming into her light. I feel like Candace is trying to revamp, and Candace also realized how much Monique was the fan favorite, and now also there's never going to be resolution. And because you wanted to be a child and stamp your foot and say no, well, now you never get to apologize. And it's going to be that we're always going to look at you with that side eye. And now that you're getting into it with Mia, it's like, no, girl, it's you. You are the lowest. And I do mean lowest common denominator.
Well.
And if there's one thing about Candace, she's low and common.
All right. Well, we finally have a month that Insecure is coming out. They didn't give us the exact date, but it's going to be in October. Sunday nights, I'm not looking forward to it as a reviewer, so that means I got to do Insecure. Salt Lake City's on Sundays now, and Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm going to hate myself on Sundays.
Child, I got to... It'll be a good check on Monday, though.
It'll be a good check, yes.
I don't know if I'm going to review Insecure this season. I really haven't enjoyed the past 2 seasons. Like I have been there for support. I've been giving support watch, support view, like we did with Lovecraft Country, and then we saw that didn't get a second season. But she's doing the Black Canary thing, so we're good with that. That's the Lovecraft producer. So it's like, okay. All right, we can work with that. We still get you, and hopefully we can bring back some of the other characters from the show.
Well, I think I really like your commentary for Insecure, and it's only 30-minute episodes too, and those episodes go like that because I hope they fix the pacing of the show. I really do, because 30 minutes, you can do a lot with it. It's just they choose to be like this long-ass scene, a shot of L.A., go back to another long-ass scene, shot of LA, and then it's over.
And then also, it's a lot of...
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And then, wait, no, the sitting in the car. I would love to add up all the time that they just spend sitting in their car directly, especially Issa, just directly looking forward. And it's like, I know we all love Solange, but this is a TV show and not a music video. Now, if you and Solange get together and do something arty and music-y, and then we know what we're getting. But this is a TV show and it's supposed to be funny. I'm sorry, you are a cute girl. You are a beautiful woman, Issa. But you sitting looking at your steering wheel, I just don't find the joke.
Where are the jokes? It's a Drag Race reference.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of Issa Rae, though, I checked out her new reality show that she executive produced, The Sweet Life.
How is it? Sour?
One episode, I was like, nah, I can't. It's following like some 20-somethings, guiding through, like, I'm guessing the entertainment industry. They're all friends, but it's like all the gays in LA, all the pick-me gays, all the gays in entertainment, you didn't have none to choose from, like none on the show. I don't know, it just wasn't interesting to me. For y'all that love it, fine, but it just didn't move me. The drama wasn't there. You have one episode to hook me in, and it didn't hook me in, unfortunately.
I have seen like a clip or two. I didn't know it was reality. I thought it was scripted.
No, it's reality.
I thought it was just supposed to look like reality. I feel like if you're going to do reality, you really have to have either we're going right for the mess and it's going to be Wendy Reed's and we're going to give a housewife tea, or it's going to be this is how you get into the industry and it's very informational. There's really nothing you can do in between where it's like, okay, we kind of want a little bit of drama, but we still want to keep it. It's like, it's either messy or it's informative. I don't see Issa getting messy with it, nor do I see this being that informative. So it's in that weird in between, like just the way it was shot. I was like, when I saw the little clips, I didn't know what it was.
The music is amazing. And of course, because Issa Rae is behind it.
Yeah, she's got that radio thing where she's working with like a lot of new artists, and maybe we could get on there. But yeah, I'm sorry. If you're going to do reality, you're going to have to go on and be messy.
Yeah, I wanted to support it, but it's given like Baldwin Hills, but with more of an HBO budget and less drama. So I was just like, I'm going to wait for Insecure to support Issa, and, there we have it.
And I am going to be reviewing that White Lotus show because it's only 6 episodes.
Oh, okay. It's definitely interesting. You'll see.
I mean, I could never pass up an opportunity to enjoy Natasha Rothwell and Jennifer Coolidge.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's a team. Like, I just want to watch them like drive across country.
It's just so weird. It's like a comedy drama mystery almost. It's really interesting. And then they're going to do it like they already approved for a second season. They're thinking about doing it like an American Horror Story where it's just going to be a whole different hotel and maybe a new cast or maybe the same cast switched around. I don't know yet.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp. Is there something interfering with your happiness or is preventing you from achieving your goals? I definitely had a hard time with grief over the last year. BetterHelp has helped me, and it will help you assess your needs and match you with your own licensed professional therapist. You can start communicating in under 48 hours. It's not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional therapy done securely online. There's a broad range of expertise available, which may not be locally available in many areas. The service is available for clients worldwide. You can log into your account anytime and send a message to your therapist. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions, so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room, as with traditional therapy.
BetterHelp is committed to facilitating great therapeutic matches so they make it easy and free to change therapists if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and financial aid is available. BetterHelp wants you to start living a happier life today. Visit their website and read their testimonials that are posted daily. Visit BetterHelp.com/roast. That's better HELP, and join the over 2 million people who have taken charge of their mental health with the help of an experienced professional. In fact, so many people have been using BetterHelp that they are recruiting additional therapists in all 50 states. Special offer for our Pop Roast listeners. You get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/roast. In other news, since we're talking about HBO, the Sex and the City reboot, did you talk about this already? How Nicole Ari Parker is going to be replacing Samantha, Kim Cattrall?
That's going to be an interesting dynamic. We're going to see how she fits in. I'm just afraid that they're putting in way too many different people, and it's like, okay, we've got to shoehorn diversity. It's like, look, maybe this is just a glimpse into a white world.
What?
I'm fine with that. I am fine with peeping behind the white curtain. I am fine with that. Y'all watch our shows to see what our lives are like. So, I'm like, okay, that's what the Upper East Side is like. I'm not saying, oh my God, don't put, people of color on the show. But I'm also was kind of looking forward to just the 3 of them and that dynamic, because Samantha wasn't in every scene anyway, rather than, okay, now we're really trying to push this agenda and we're really trying to fix something. It's like, no, we understand y'all messed up. It was a different time, but we can still just tell the story with those 3 ladies. And it's only supposed to be like 6 or 8 episodes.
It's 10.
Oh, 10, okay.
10 30-minute episodes.
10 30-minute episodes. Well, I just hope that they give her a good part. I just hope that her role is meaty and interesting and as nuanced as it was for Kim Cattrall, and this isn't some placation.
So I see your point. I wouldn't have minded if it was just the three. I was going to be fine with that. But I think that N'Kari Parker, I think she's a good addition. I really hate when like these all-white shows, more so like Housewives, they try to put in a light-skinned black woman just so she can like, they can ease her in. Like, I feel like they never put in a dark-skinned woman, ever. They always put in like a fair-skinned woman to replace or like insert for diversity. But anyway, I think she's going to do a good job. Kim Cattrall herself said, like, if she was replaced, she would want to be replaced by a black woman. She's noted for saying that. I just can't believe she hates the show that much to where, damn, you couldn't just come for one episode for like a little send-off or something. You hate her that much? She hates Sarah Jessica Parker. Hates her.
I mean, I really wish I could have been a fly on the wall to see how that happened because, when her brother passed and she said, you know what, I got a minute. I'm going to cuss you out in front of the entire world. Woo, Kim ain't the one. I'll give Kim this. She keeps it real.
That she does.
She keeps it 100%, and I respect her for it. So I don't know what scientists came up with this, but they said apparently eating a hot dog takes 35 minutes off your life.
I just read that yesterday from the New York Post, and I can't really trust them because they kind of racist over there, but they were talking about other things too. Like, and it's so crazy because I made hot dog a couple days ago. I kind of want to throw it out now.
Please, those are the crappy minutes anyway. If you're talking about when I'm 80 and I was going to croak, you know what? I'll clock out 30 minutes earlier. You know what? Actually, we'll go on and give me a full 3 hours because I'm going to have 2 of them jokers. And I like the hot dogs with the cheese in them. I like those Johnsonville sausages. Mm-hmm. I will clock out early for those. Punch my card.
I'm like, damn, y'all putting minutes on stuff now? I get it with cigarettes and like hookah, but damn, like don't ruin food for me. I put those hot dogs in the air fryer the other day, like with a bun, and then the spicy brown mustard. Oh my God.
I'm getting hungry just thinking about it.
I like hot dogs. Why they gotta fuck it up for me?
Honey, those are the minutes at the end. The thing is, like, are you taking good minutes? Are you taking the minutes now? If I'm not gonna have to,
I'm taking minutes off now.
If I don't have to pay for those minutes until I'm in my 80s, then you know what? Maybe I'll only make it to 79.
Hey Siri, how many minutes are in a year?
525,600 minutes.
All right, because of the Rent song. I'm such a terrible gay. Well, my Siri is saying 525,949, but whatever. 525,600 minutes. Okay. I'm in.
It was Musical Wednesdays last night.
Oh my God. I was like, wait a minute. I should know that. Oh my God. I'm the blonde. I'm sorry. Anyway.
We both have our moments.
So OnlyFans, like, they are backpedaling and pussy popping. And now, all y'all can now pussy pop now back on OnlyFans because now they took the rule that you can now have sexually explicit content. At first they said starting October 1st, they couldn't have any sexually explicit content because dealing with banks or something like that. The girls were in a tizzy. They were like, social media backlash was crazy. All the content creators were like, oh, we're going to go to Just for Fans. And then I'm guessing maybe a week later or less than that, they're like, oh, my bad. Like, just like Monique in Charm School. So they changed it because, money talks. So, yeah, OnlyFans is safe now.
Well, good. I'm glad that they have a safe space to work.
Right, because sex work is work.
And Bobby Lights needs to eat.
That's true, right?
He's out there throwing that Boosie. He is working hard for the money.
You know who has the highest OnlyFans sales?
Who?
I'll give you a hint. She's a woman. She's black.
Black China?
Yes.
Oh. You know what?
Believe it.
I will say Angela gets to the bag. She had a baby by a Kardashian. She actually has the true Kardashian air. all the let's see. Well, because she has the son. Because Kim's
No, she
kids
has a
are
daughter.
West. No, she has I thought Dream well, she has a daughter, but I mean like she has the only Kardashian. All
Yes.
the other kids have different last names. She has the only Kardashian baby.
Yes, right. She's a crafty hoe, and she's been able to keep afloat. There's so many different types of hoes in the world, but you know what? They all winning. They all winning.
You know, maybe I need to be a hoe because I am losing.
Right. I'm a stressed hoe right now today. So let's talk about Beverly Hills because I mean it's been really good. It's been really good.
I thought last night's episode was a little filler,
Yeah.
but I will definitely say I like how Garcella's holding her own and she will call everybody on their crap. And then Dorit wants to say, you've been taking little jabs. She hasn't been taking little jabs. She's holding you accountable for what you say. I love how she was like, that's not what you said last night. You were just as adamant as Sutton about getting to the truth about Erica. And Erica, I'm going to need you to drop the fucking attitude right now. You are way too nasty to be a thief.
Ooh.
It is what it is. You are too nasty to be a thief.
Don't take it out on Sutton. I mean, she has every right to feel how she feels. I think she's been very respectful to Erica. And, like, if your story ain't adding up, it's not adding up. I think, you know, as a friend, you have to call it out.
Really, it's like, don't be mad at me. Be mad at the LA Times. Be mad at the LA Times. That's who you should be mad at. That's who told all your business. Be mad at Tom. And also, where is Garcelle's apology? Where is Garcelle's apology?
Garcelle made a good point. She's more mad at the other ladies than Tom. She's not mad at Tom at all, it looks like.
I mean, he's the one who screwed you. He's the one who left you with nothing. Actually, less than nothing. He left you mired in debt. Now, he's somewhere in Shady Pines pretending to be a coot, and you are out here broke as a he hang.
Yeah, like allegedly he's in a home.
Mm-hmm. Because he has no home. He is ward of the state at this point.
Also, speaking of Garcelle, like, she's just having a marvelous second season. I know I was a little shaky last season. I was like, I love her, but I feel like she's not doing enough. And now this season, wow. Like, she needs to stay.
I feel like last season she was almost a friend of, just because she was never there. Like, she missed, I think, half a one cast trip and all of the other one. It's like, you've got to be on the trips because that's when the drama starts. That's when you really get the interactions. And then it's like, okay, well, now I have, a vantage point to really have an opinion. She was just so like getting to know everybody last season. It was just like, well, you're not really here.
And also, she has some online beef now with Teddy Mellencamp. Did you hear about this?
Yes, because she called her a gnat.
Well, Teddy was interviewed. I'm not sure why people are interviewing Teddy on a podcast. And Teddy was dropping some tea saying that she heard that Garcelle told the producer, why is she even here? And why does she get to have an opinion? That's what Garcelle said.
Everybody said, why is Teddy here? I don't even know why Kyle invited you. Sutton said it. Garcelle said it. Rinna said it.
In the words of Mean Girls, you don't even go here. Like, why are you here?
I'd rather look at your husband than you.
Exactly. So then, like, Garcelle responded to that. She was like, that's not true. I said it in front of her. And then Teddy came back and said, I said you said while looking at production in front of me while filming. And I responded, do I need to ask you when I can speak? And that's what Teddy said to her. And she said, maybe I should have asked why you text me happy birthday or about mattresses and agents if you're so bothered by me. But feed the trolls and thanks for the listeners.
Teddy girl, you are trying and failing miserably. You go get those white women that want to be thin and yelled at. You worry about them. Leave Garcelle alone.
Right. She has her own lawsuits to deal with, starving these white women that she's scamming. Mm-hmm. But she thought we forgot about that.
We didn't forget. Pepperidge Farm remembers. Out here telling these girls to develop an eating disorder, living off 300 calories a day. That's not accountability. That's anorexia.
And she's also a part of a homophobic church, too.
Why am I not surprised? Them people love to hide behind Jesus. And I'm like, that's not the Jesus that I read about.
Right.
The Jesus I read about wasn't really into the judging. The Jesus I read about hung out with, the drug dealers and the hoes. That's the Jesus I know. Mm-hmm. I don't know about this uppity Jesus y'all talking about. Maybe that's Jesus.
And our last information on Beverly Hills, Tom Girardi allegedly owes $100 million altogether for loans, victims, $101 million allegedly.
I believe it, because that was a lot of money that they blew through. Wow. That is incredible. Ain't nobody getting shit. The money is gone. I mean, you can only take but so much from Erica because they're still legally married. But even if you take, I think the most they would be able to take from her is 25%. You could take 25% of her little checks for the rest of her life. You ain't getting that money. That is so horrible. Right. Maybe it is hidden somewhere, because I'm like, where did the $100 million go? I mean, Erica was dressing, but they wasn't dressing like that.
Right. I don't mean to be mean when I say this. I swear, y'all, but the best thing he can do right now is die. That's the best thing he can do to get out of it. Just die already.
I mean, whether he's alive or dead, they ain't getting that money. He's too old to be put in jail. They're going to use the coot defense. And he's got 15 minutes anyway. I would just say, get a forensic accountant, sell the house. The house is worth, I think, $10 million. So now you've got 91 to go.
Damn.
$91 million. I would love to make maybe $5 million in my entire life. You've at least got to have $1 million or so to retire. My house is going to be at least 500,000. These are normal things. That's what you normally put away for your retirement. The thought of $91 million, I can barely wrap my head around 1 million. 91 million and just gone.
Right.
Gone. I mean, I could probably blow through a good 20. I could see winning the lotto and I'm taking $20 million. We're acting an absolute ass. We're going to Cartier and we're acting an ass. But 90, I'm like, nah, once we get to that 20 months, okay, there's only so many more things I can buy. I would really be done shopping after 20 million. That would be that would include real estate, that would include cars, that would include some decent pieces of jewelry. And then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll get a boat. A boat will eat your money. Mm-hmm. A yacht will eat your money. I could see blowing that money on a yacht. But they didn't even have a yacht.
For some reason, I just thought of Luann just now when she was like, we got the yacht. We got the yacht.
So this summer, we're all getting back on the road again. And Best Fiends is definitely something you want to take with you. Whether you're getting on a plane or driving across the country, you're going to have tons of fun with the thousands of levels, hundreds of characters, and amazing new puzzle levels. This summer, I've been playing Best Fiends in the park, at the beach, and sometimes on the Muni. If you'd like to play along with me, my friend code is 202-5877. That's 202-5877. I'm on level 1847, and I love the game so much because every level is different. Sometimes you've got to activate converter blocks and get all the blue dots. Sometimes you really got to think about how you're going to smash the watermelons. And sometimes it's about collecting new characters. So every level is different. It's always something unique. It's always something fun. There's always something new right around the corner. Summer's a great time to get away from it all. And whether you're unplugging from the internet to hit reset or just finding yourself without Wi-Fi, you can still enjoy Best Fiends. And that's one of the best parts of it. Because sometimes you don't have Wi-Fi, but you still need a good game.
And I love that I can just literally play it anywhere, whether I'm on the subway or at home watching a boring episode of New York Housewives. I will never miss a chance to play. So even if you're a billionaire on a rocket heading to space, you don't have to worry about interrupted gameplay. So download the 5-star rated puzzle game Best Fiends free today on the App Store or Google Play. That's Friends without the R, Best Fiends. Woo, child. Speaking of New York, don't even bother. We got one more episode left. It's the season finale next week. No reunion has been recorded yet. No reunion. They allegedly said it was going to be virtual. That rumor was shut down. It's a mess behind the scenes. A total mess.
I heard that they were going to shoot it this month. It is very interesting that they haven't done the reunion yet. I thought they were going to do, not this month, September.
But I mean, the finale is literally next week.
I've seen them, have I seen them wait to do a reunion? I don't know. That is interesting. Normally, you're right. It does come on like right after, or maybe there's like a week break. But yeah, if they haven't shot it yet. Ebony said that they did have a time set.
Oh, well, this last episode was piss poor. My review for it's probably going to be 8 minutes. And they literally, like, Sonya got COVID, so they stopped filming for 4 weeks.
Probably a couple other people had it too. That has been tough on filming where it's like somebody gets exposed, then they're like virtual, like Leah was virtual for a couple of episodes. And then I guess they were like, we're not going through that with Sonya because she's too big of a star. And maybe somebody else on the crew was exposed too, where it's like, let's just wait and reconvene.
Yeah, and especially because Sonya's old and they don't want to be liable for that.
And it's true.
So Tory Lanez, he had court recently, and a judge bars Tory Lanez from attending any event that Meg Thee Stallion goes to, as well as ordering an increase on his bail. So basically that means his bail was bumped up from $190,000 to $250,000. He had to pay that, and now he's prohibited from attending any events where Meg is present. So no more award shows where she's at, no more like concerts where she's at. I would be so petty.
I mean, he is that ex that you just can't get rid of. He is that ex that you have to get a restraining order for. And I am flabbergasted. But you know what? He's really good at messing up his own bag. Otherwise, he wouldn't be shooting people in the feet.
Right.
Because that is messing up your bag because Meg is the headliner. You're, the opening act.
But it's just crazy. Like, he's not going to be able to go to any award show now where she's present. Not to say like he would be invited anyway. I think the only award show that would invite him is BET, which speaks volumes actually. But if he violates it one more time, he's going to prison. So let's cross our fingers in hopes that he violates it.
He going to do something. He can't help himself.
Right. It's
just, the fact that he is not utterly and completely canceled right now boggles my mind. So I would be so like trying to be on the quiet tip and just collect my bag and go home so I could save that money for the lawyer fees. Because I can't imagine what he's spending in lawyer fees.
Right. And it's black people that won't cancel him.
Exactly. We're the only ones listening to him. We're the only ones who know what a Tory Lanez is.
At least with Kanye, like, he got white people listening to him too.
He getting their money. We stopped.
Right.
It's like, oh, okay, you go on and get them MAGA checks, girl.
And speaking of rappers, Busta Rhymes has come out as anti-masks.
Now, you ugly motherfucker. You need a mask more than anything. You need a mask because you're ugly. You've been ugly since you were in that video with Janet. You are the stuff that night terrors are made of. And you don't want to wear a mask? You ooga booga looking motherfucker?
I'm just disappointed because I like Busta Rhymes. And I just thought he would be a little bit smarter than that. And he said...
And you're old as fuck. You're going to get that virus and clock the hell out. You know what? Don't wear your mask. We don't need you.
Well, he said no human being is supposed to tell you you can't even breathe freely. Fuck your mask. Stop trying to take our civil liberties away. Energy is important.
Like there's a law against murder. That's not a civil liberty, right? We can't get in our cars and drive drunk and crash into people and kill them and destroy families. That's not a civil liberty. Neither is spreading a deadly virus. Oh my God. The death rates are going up again. Come on, people. Let's get with it.
I agree.
We wouldn't be dealing with this Delta variant if everybody was just like, okay, it's irritating, yes. We'll all wear our masks and we'll all go get our shots and then we'll be done. But this is going on and on and on. We're beating a dead horse like we're on Real Housewives, and I'm sick of it.
I think I prefer to listen to the scientists and data than a rapper.
Right, exactly. Like if you want to get and you know, if you want to get on the track and entertain us, that's great. But please do not give us public health advice.
So have you been hearing the VMAs are coming up? And a lot of Normani's fans are really mad that the VMAs have not invited her to perform. So they've all brought a call to action for Normani to perform at the VMAs.
The last time I remember Normani having new music, I lived in New York.
Well, she did have the song that sounded like One in a Million with Cardi B featured on it.
They can't play that plagiarism stuff on the VMAs. They'll get sued. You know Barry Hankerson.
And that's our next story too. But before we get to that, so the VMAs are going to be hosted by Doja Cat. They're doing everything but giving the fans Normani. So they said Chloe from Chloe and Haley, she's going to be performing.
She's got music out.
Well, she has an album coming out, which at least we know her album is coming out. With Normani, at least, we don't know when her album is coming out. So, yes, I think maybe if they're going to invite that Havana girl, Chloe, like, what's her name?
Camila Cabello?
Whatever her name is. That racist.
Selena Gomez 2.0?
Right, or 1.5. Yeah, I was thinking if they can invite her, then they can invite Normani. But the thing is, okay, so they let her perform this song. What else? What next? Is the album coming? At least with Chloe, her album's coming out soon.
So Chloe's going to have some new music to open the audience to.
Right.
And Normani, we don't know when that album's coming out. No. Has her album? Does she have an album out, or is it just a series of singles?
It's a series of singles.
Oh, she ain't never gonna happen.
Yeah, poor thing. Like, I really think she should be independent, like Tinashe. Like, Tinashe is thriving right now. Save it. Save it. Everybody in the comments, save it, because she's doing real well for herself because she's independent and she's still like, she getting those streams. Let's just say that. But I mean, I hope the Normani fans are happy. Maybe with enough pushback, MTV will be like, okay, you got me. We'll let her perform.
Let her perform what? Is she going to perform one of them old singles?
No, like she just came out with a song with Cardi. It's just the song.
That's plagiarized. They can't play that. She needs to have something new. And Cardi ain't coming on stage with her.
Well, Cardi's like super pregnant, but she did make an appearance at Summer Jam with the Migos, pregnant and all. So maybe she might, but Normani kind of has, I don't even remember the song, y'all. I mean, y'all can remind me in the comments, but I forgot. It was like that, or something like that. I don't know. Whatever it is. But yeah, good luck to you, girl. I'm rooting for you. Somebody got to.
I mean, at least A. Marie had 2 albums before she hung it up.
I miss A. Marie so much.
I don't know why there wasn't a 3rd album. Like, we were always here for her.
She did have a 3rd album. It's called Love and War, I think. Yeah, like, I love that album.
I will have to.
It's like she's almost posing like an AKA, like this on the cover.
Okay.
I forgot what it's called. It's something, I think it's Love and War, even though Tamar Braxton has the same name. Moving on to Barry Hankerson. He gave his reason why Aaliyah's music took so long to get to streaming. It has been a long time since the fans can enjoy Aaliyah and other artists on our catalog. And there has been a lot of changes in the music business since we took the music off the market. We wanted to be sure with the right people, the right executives, to give ourselves the right time to do the different things. So when you add all that up, it was a couple of years before we could even really consider putting the music out. Please. It was the money.
Ooh.
Fuck you, Barry Hankerson. You can burn in hell for keeping Aaliyah's music hostage. I can't stand you. If I see you in public, I'm going to spit in your face. Thank God we have Aaliyah, her music. The 20th anniversary of her passing. Her One in a Million album is going to crack the top 10, I think, this week on Billboard. So it just shows that her music is timeless, as well as her influence. Because I am a very big Aaliyah fan. This was before Beyonce. Like, I love Aaliyah. So it's a sweet spot for me that, I don't know, I get offended very easily when it comes to Aaliyah.
I mean, we had Drake. Aaliyah's so influential, she had Drake making a whole makeup line.
Oh, God.
And also, like, why can we not talk about how sus that was? Girl, we know you are in your room painting your face. I can see him now, arching his back. Love it, baby, love it.
I mean,
1 in a million. Can you not see him on the pole doing 1 in a million? In his best Aaliyah wig. You know he got a swoop wig.
Stop it. I don't know. I don't mind the image of Drake arching his back in my mind personally, but that's just me. But moving on, this is our last story, y'all. So this is about Iggy Azalea and the rumors that she was allegedly hooking up with Tristan Thompson, Chloe's ex.
Yep.
So wow. So Tasha K was the one that broke the story, and Iggy tried to come for Tasha K.
Really?
Right.
Now this I missed.
Right. So she said she referred to Tasha K as some weird middle-aged woman with a webcam. I'm like, wow. So the Black Widow singer, she said, very weird fake news making the rounds about me dating a man I've literally never met a day in my life. Are y'all really that bored? Literally have never been in the same building as that man. In all caps, I do not know that person. She was just so offended. Like, I'm just not sure why. I mean, I get that it's Tristan Thompson and it's Chloe's ex, but I mean, he's not ugly, and it's not like she talked about your child. Like, she really was, like, angry. And people was just wondering, like, girl, like, it's just a rumor. Like, why are you so pressed? So then,
methinks thou doth protest too much.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh, really? It's like you're a celebrity. You're linked to all kinds of people. Let's not act like you don't date rappers and basketball players, because you were with a basketball player. You were engaged for like 18 months and then you couldn't seal the deal. Then you got with that rapper, had a baby, and he wouldn't even show up at the delivery room for you. So you do have a habit of picking losers. So you being with the Tristan Thompson is par for the course.
Yeah, it's not really that far-fetched. And I like Iggy, but, you know, she should be lucky anybody's talking about her, period. Like, her album came out, and I didn't even know.
No one cared. Like, Katy Perry could be releasing an album right now. Nobody's going to know. Nobody's going to know. Hey, she got Orlando Bloom. In my mind, that's winning.
Dua Lipa just came and took her career.
Snatched it.
Right.
She said, give me that career.
But Iggy was letting people know that it's just not an innocent rumor. This is a real person with a private life that is regularly disrupted by bullshit, like the sorts of comments made by the popular YouTuber. She said that at the end of the day, none of you online know my personal life.
Yes, we do, because you put your business in the street. You post DMs from other heifers that are sleeping with your man because he ain't your man, he's a rent-a-man. You tell your business. You don't want people to talk about you anywhere, Iggy. Here's what you do. Take your albino monkey ass back to Australia. Take your albino monkey ass all the way around the fucking world to Australia, and no one will ever think of you again. Believe me, you're already leaving the zeitgeist. Go back to Australia. Go. Are you even a citizen? Get out. You have a whole mother country you can go to. Go back to your motherland, motherfucker.
She wants everyone to stay out her pussy.
Well, stop opening it up for the world to see. We wouldn't know about your relationship drama unless you put it out there. Now, you be all posting everything. When you were with that basketball player and you were engaged, you didn't mind telling your business then. When you was hugged up with that rapper and you was happy and pregnant, you didn't mind telling your business then. But now, oh, stay out of my pussy. No, you put it out here for everybody to see. So we're going to comment. Stay off social media and go back to Australia. No one will talk about you.
Mm-hmm. I also don't like how people try to use like in reference to Tasha K, like, oh, some YouTuber or some blogger. Someone tried to like shade me recently and say a blogger. I'm like, okay, I mean, whatever. It's paying my bills,
That's honestly like, you can say whatever you want about me. The check's clear.
Exactly.
I'm like, do you know how little I work a day? Like, you go back to your 9 to 5 and I'll worry about this over here. How much money do you make in 60 seconds? Okay.
Like, stop shaming, these new sources of income, whether it be, people on YouTube or in media blogging like B. Scott or OnlyFans. It's 2021. Not everybody wants to do a 9 to 5, okay?
For real. I do a 10 to 2.
Well, I will see you sooner than Normani hits that VMA stage.
And I will see you sooner than I care about hot dogs taking time off of my life. Because I'm going to get some right now. Johnsonville cheddar brats. Mm-hmm.
This episode was not sponsored by the hot dog people. He's just saying that.
They're good, though. Y'all can send us some.
They can send you some. But yeah. Bye, y'all.